Hello, pluckers. You alright? How's it going? Everyone okay? Good, good. Well, told you, we'll be here tonight. Paul's here. I'm here. Week 2 on the Gilmore Girls. So we thought we'd give you a bit of a where we are, what we've been doing, how we've been playing it. Somebody said the other day to me, who's winning? And I'm like, it's not a competition. It's not a competition, we're just shits and giggles. We're having a bit of fun with it. So, yes. Do you want to...
Yeah.
You go first, because Paul's is a bit more complete than mine is.
Well, it's got a neck on it.
It's got a neck on it and strings, mine hasn't.
It's been strangely therapeutic. I think anyone who's maybe tried relicking or wants to give relicking a try, do it. Like, find something that's relatively affordable. Sort of dress for the occasion, depending who's got the connection. But yeah, I've spent a week of envy looking at Matt posting videos up of things, and I was obviously at work going, I'll try and find something on the weekend, and thus far I'm reasonably happy with where we're up to. So yeah, no pickups at the moment, no electronics at all. They've all been taken out. They're going to be ordered soon, so that we can get those bits done with down next door. But yeah, I think so there is some science to certain bits that I've done, but a lot of it has been with the help of a brick, a rock out of the garden.
A really good rock as well. So I was looking for my hitty thing. I don't know where I've put it.
Oh, your topping hammer?
Yeah. So I'm just using it's in my pocket. That's where it is.
Matt's already taken some photos, so these will go on later, but I thought it'd be worth you to sort of see some of the...
Yeah, so I'm going to do side by side of last week, where it was last week, and then this week with both of them together. But I'm in envy of Paul's neck. Because it's the one on the guitar's pretty good as well.
Which one?
both handsome necks. Partial to a bit of a neck. Yeah, that's fucking brilliant. I really just like, I wouldn't even know where to start with it. So I'm not doing a neck. I'm not doing my neck because it ain't never going to be as good as that.
I've watched a lot of videos on YouTube, as we all do, on very lots of different relicking processes that the bigger manufacturers use, where they're wanting to disclose a little bit of what they do. So anyone that's interested, there's a really good video from Novo Guitars. They've got one where they show one of their builders basically knocking the shit out of it with a stone before they put it into a freezer. Because Novos are built in Southern California, it's already quite warm anyway to start with, so when they take it out of the freezer after a couple of days, the lacquer starts to crack. What I've done with this instead is, I think there'll be some photos that we can show it a bit better. With it being black, it's not the best. And I had no idea. I knew it was nitro when I bought the guitar, but I didn't know how thick the finish was. It's thicker than I expected it to be.
Where did you start? So what first process? What did you obviously
dulling it down like you did?
Yeah.
So I was considering trying to do it assembled, but it just become a bit unwieldy. So took the neck off, took all the electrics out and stuff, and then started to just dull it down with a bit of wire wool or scouring pads.
Yeah, that's what I use on mine. Just a bit of wire wool, but I've just done a little bit at a time, just to. And that's where I was on the last video. I said I don't know where I've gone. If I've gone too far, because I'm my worst enemy. And you just think, I need to take this further, and then you're just gonna, But I think, and seeing Paul's tonight, we're sort of pretty much the same dullness, aren't we?
Yeah, I think there's bits of yours that are probably nicer than mine because of how thick this finish is in parts. You can't. The camera's never going to really show it, but it's had some aggressive sanding and being hit with a brick. I mean, if anyone's got a black card and they respray it with whatever this was painted, because you can throw stones at it. But yeah, so dulling it down and sanding some of the key bits away, so sort of where the wear is on the original. It's by no means exact. It's sort of inspired by David Gilmore.
A tribute.
Things are in the right place. So did that part, and then the lacquer checking it is fine. You're not going to necessarily see it on here. We might get some photos that show it better. In person, it's reasonably good. That was with a heat gun and canned air, so the sort of canned duster air. You turn it upside down and spray it so it comes out cold. So it really quickly heated up and then really quickly cooled down again. It causes the wood underneath to expand and contract. It causes the lacquer finish to sort of crackle. So that was pretty good and worked well. And then, anyone's noticed already, I've done a faux Kayla replacement. So on the original one, David Gilmore had a Kayla put on it, which is a bigger trem. He didn't like it, so he had it taken off and they had to fill that in. I've not done that. This is all with a scalpel to draw it out and then sort of made deeper and deeper as we go. To get it to be convincing enough, I think it will.
It looks really good. It does. It looks really good. It's just enough for it to know that it's there.
And then with the neck, obviously with the original photos, you'll see that this is a gloss maple neck, so 1957. So not original, Christ. But
I made up on it.
To get this sort of aging on there. With a scalpel and some paint scrapers, taking the lacquer finish off, and it will reveal sort of a white maple wood underneath the lacquer, and then a mix of white vinegar and wire wool, a bit of a mouthful, to take the sort of edge off it, so it makes it more of a grey, and then two other products. I think I'll be down there. The black tin, I think, in there, Matt. It's a relic wax that Monty's guitars make. It looks like poo in a tin. That's the one.
That's the one.
So normally you use this on a rosewood fingerboard. So if you've got a Pal Faro fingerboard, or like anything that's made to look like rosewood, you want it to look like Brazilian rosewood. That's what you use.
It smells really nice. It smells like wax crayons. I really wanted to lick it.
But yeah, it's pretty easy stuff to apply to various bits and bobs. But it just means then that it's not looking completely like fresh. When I think some of the custom shop stuff isn't pretending to be anywhere nearly as good as those.
And what I was impressed with, it's not flat. So there's trying to stop the shadow. So it feels like it's a 50-year-old neck. It really does, and there's dents in it, so it feels like it's been played to within an inch in its life. I think it's just spot on. I love it.
But the thing that's been really surprising with it, and I've played a few different sort of custom shop relic guitars. I've been momentarily blown away or not with various different things, but because this has been a, let's say, newish looking guitar, like no wear or tear. There's the odd dink and things on it when I bought it, but nothing in the way of this sort of wear. When I put it back together yesterday, I thought I'll just stick some strings on and see how it feels. It plays like a different guitar now. It's unbelievably resonant compared to where it was. So I don't know if it's the heating and cooling process. I don't know if it's taking it apart and tightening everything back up again. I don't know if it's hitting it with a rock. There's something that's made it more playable. Because it hasn't had a setup. It's literally put the saddles back on, put the bridge back on with the saddles, put the strings on, roughly intonate it, and that's really it. It's surprisingly good for what you'd expect. It's a bit of a beating. You'd think it wouldn't be, but it's definitely.
So you said you're not going to do, because the original had a thicker scratch plate on it as well, but you said you're not going to put the what was it, a bullet? I think the original was a red. It was a bullet scratch plate, which is the thicker ones anyway. And I was going to do the same as you. I was going to try and get one and chamfer the edge around, but I'm not going to do that either. I'm just going to stick to the original one ply scratch plate.
I think it'd be one of the things you're trying to hunt for something that you'll never get quite right.
Yeah, you'll be chasing it, won't you? You chase a tune, you'll be chasing the bloody.
But so far so good. So next step is to order the bits and pieces to finish the electrical part. So I've actually found a couple of pickups are going to definitely be custom shop 69s, the neck in the middle, and the Seymour Duncan SSL5 in the bridge. I've found somewhere that actually sells the parts that replicate what the real Gilmore one has, including the bracket, so we can mount the little toggle switch that basically adds the neck pickup into position 1 and 2. So you have the bridge and neck, and then all 3 at the same time in position 2. I found a place that makes a bracket that means that you don't need to have the nut on the top of the scratch plate, so it'll be more like the proper one. But yeah, I've been quite pleased with where it's up to now. But what I was more amazed with was yours, for something that just not even made out of wood.
Yeah, it's balsa. What was it? It's sawdust off the floor of a circular saw, just stuck together. What we've both said is we've both really enjoyed doing it. It's been, I think you said, therapeutic. Even it's like grab it, whack a few things on it, have 5 minutes with it, and you feel all refreshed and ready to tackle the world. So this, so far, is where I've got to. So that is it. So again, it was really fine wire wool, just to try and dull it down because it was pretty shiny. But I was worried because the wire wool was taking it more white, and you know, when you take these finishes too far, you ain't gonna keep the black and it's gonna just go. So I was really worried about that. So I stopped and I thought, right, I'll have a look at Paul's, see where he's got to, because I knew Paul had done all the checking, the heating up and the cold, which is this weekend's job on this. But you know what I was thinking, because I've whacked it with that toffee hammer, if I heat it up, I'm going to set fire to this, because there's going to be shards of sawdust in there. So I'm going to have to be really careful. But yeah, so this was my tool. I went with the toffee apple. I tried the toffee apple, it was pretty shit. So then I found the toffee hammer, much better. Yeah, went through 30 toffee apples, didn't make a dent in it, one of these. So all I did was, but what I found is, with this finish, if I show you this bit, that bit there was never supposed to be that big. So I was whacking out a bit, and then I got a metal ruler, so I was just scraping the metal ruler and it all come off, and I was like, oh. So I've had to really be like that, really careful, because it just chips straight off. Pretty pleased with it. And then the other side, I was just, that's going to be really loud, isn't it? You are. It's a tinny, isn't it? And then I was just put a load of dents in it, which you could probably see, or may not see.
My favourite bit was the colouring in. The
colouring in. So all I used, in the full spirit of let's use what's around the front and in the shed, you know them pens to match up if you got a scratch on your Queen Anne cabinet, just go on Amazon and buy them bloody pens to match it in. That's all I used. But because I'm colourblind, like this one, I was pretty pleased with that on the back. Pretty pleased with that. But that one today, I was using the wrong pen. And it's not till I was trying to dull it down, I was like, oh, that ain't going nowhere. So I was using the darker pen. So I've had to put that one in a drawer. But it's.
I think it's pretty convincing.
It's getting there.
The trouble with your one is because it's plywood.
Yeah.
You've somehow given it a wood grain, which is, especially on the back, it's pretty impressive.
That's the scour. That's the metal ruler. Because I was like just gauging into it.
Yeah.
So I don't know what I'm doing. So I was just gauged into it. So I've done the back first. Because you know, no one sees the back, do they? But yeah, that's as far as we got. So I've got the scratch plates to go on. Reverend Dan's found me the bridge pickup for, what was it, 12.6.
12.6. Yeah, it's the same output. It was close enough, I think.
So
you could clearly, I think when Dan had got the specs for it, you can clearly see whoever's made it has made it to be a copy of the Seymour Duncan one.
So I went through my box of bits as well as. So I've only had to buy one pickup. So the other two were close enough to what the original was.
Were they those EMG ones?
The coils were out of that, out of the Rev Special. So these two out of the Rev Special were doing the job for this, and then we just bought a Warman bridge pickup. So that's it. So like a bloody week.
Yeah,
a week in, and we're this far. So what I'm going to do, I think, is leave all the brightware as it is, because we want. Well, I'm thinking
that's a fair point actually.
Because yours
last week I said I was going to buy some of these bits. Now I bought the saddles, so it's got the right saddles on it. This when I bought the guitar, it's a Callahan bridge, and it had Callahan saddles on and vanity sort of setting. So it needs to have fender ones on because the problem's got fenders on. But everything else, I've decided I'm going to do the dulling myself. So things like the input jack. The wear is actually from a jack wrapped in a bit of sandpaper or abrasive paper, isn't it?
Abrasive paper,
the politically correct term for sandpaper, so it doesn't offend any other mineral. And that did the job there because it looks more convincing.
It does look really good. You've done a really good job.
And the same with the tuners. It's just dulling them down with a scouring pad. It just works well enough for what it needs to be. So it's not. I think some of the other processes are doing it where you use ferric chloride as an acid. It's like green stuff that you'd use for cleaning circuit boards and stuff. It's like instantaneously takes nickel finishes off, and that's not really what we're trying to go for with these. So a bit of dulling down was more than adequate, I think, to be honest. So it saved me a bit of money.
You've done well with that. It looks really good. It looks in keeping with. So I'm going to go for keep all the brightware as was, and keep the neck, because I'm not even going to attempt to do that neck, because I think Paul's just nailed that straight away. So my neck's just going to be the North. So it'll be like the Epiphone and the Gibson, the Fender and the Squire of what we're trying to do basically. Just to show people that we can do on any budget guitar. If you've got the time or you've got the wanting to do it, then you can just knock the fuck out of it with a toffee apple.
Even if you happen to have your first guitar that's just lying around collecting dust, like you have to buy, it gives you another purpose for it. Because sometimes it's one of the things you spend a bit of time with it doing that, and you might go, actually I really like this now. And
we've got the bug.
Yeah,
we've definitely got the bug. We're looking for the next one. Well, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do the Rev Special. I think that'll be a good. It's a different finish and it's a different. It's a bit transparent, translucent.
Not the Epiphone you pointed at.
No, not the Epiphone, which is for sale, by the way. If anyone wants to, we got all. But yeah, do that one, and then we'll see what we've got. But one of the lads has come down tonight, and he's had a look at Paul's neck on the guitar. No, it's a proper one. And he was well impressed with it. So I think. Definitely on the right road. I'm impressed with it. I'm really impressed. It's
what's surprising is that just putting it back together acoustically and it playing as well as it does. It obviously there's a lot of time and effort that goes into the relicking thing, and I know it's a bit Marmite-ish. Some people love it, some people hate it. But it is an art form. I think to try and do it convincingly, it is difficult to do. I think I've been more fortunate with this than anything. I've never done it before. I've watched someone on YouTube try doing the same sort of thing and trying to replicate sort of what they were doing, following a picture of the actual Gilmore one. It's like I say, it's by no means a replica now. It's a homage to, or fromage to. But yeah, it looks the part, I think, and it feels really good. It's better than it did, to be honest, when it was glossy. I'm not a big fan of gloss necks. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with where we've got to.
I'm looking forward to week 2, week 3, week 2, week 1. What are we in there? Week 1, week 2. Next week. See what next week brings. Hopefully we'll be a bit further on with stuff. Well, I'm gonna concentrate on getting all the bright work back on the neck and filling the holes and the checking. That'll be the one for me. That's going to be.
It'd be interesting to see how he does it on that.
It's just going to be burnt to a crisp. I'm just going to It'll be set fire to it. It'll just be
Like the Hendrix one from
that's what it will be. Yeah.
Woodstock.
It'll just be a match. Look at this charred bit of balsa wood here. That's well done, Matt. Oh well. Right then. I think that's it about it, isn't it?
Yeah.
For this week's waffle on the Gilmore girls. Excellent. Right then. We'll keep you posted. We'll put some more photos up and yeah, check in next same time, same place, same back channel. All right, pluckers. Well, nice to see you. We'll catch you later. You know the drill. Come down, book a room, make some noise. Come and see us. See how we're getting on. And yeah, cool. Love you.
Love you too, man.
Thanks. Love you too. Right, see you later. Ta-ra, pluckers.